Hello YouTube. Did a review on The Pearl Killers by Rachel Ingalls. It was a book I got for free at a used bookstore. It's 4 novellas. I enjoyed all of them. I will probably look for other things that Rachel Ingalls has written. She does a really good job in these short stories of you're really invested in the characters. The first story was called Third Time Lucky, and it's basically about a woman who gets married young. Her husband dies in Vietnam. She gets married again. Her husband dies in the war, and so she doesn't get married for a long time. And she, going to the museum and listening to the radio about Egypt, and people have gone there, and there's a story that struck her about a woman that believed that she was a priestess in a previous life, and she ends up going to Egypt, and she finds her house that she lived in her previous life. So she really wants to go to Egypt. The dude's asking her to marry him, and she's like, well, if you'll take me to Egypt on our honeymoon. He says yes, and so she marries him. And then surprise, but the whole part leading up to that and everything was really good. The second one is called People to People, and you have this group of friends that they got really drunk one night. There was a horrible accident. One of the guys, finds God and his conscience, and he's just gotta, get it out. And the description at the beginning, unmitigated horror, she got to it in that story. It was good. It was good. The third one, I really liked it. Okay, it was super creepy. These old family, and something about they kill pearls, something in their skin or something, caused them to shrivel or something. So this girl finds out she's got this family and this inheritance, and she meets some cousin. They go to South America where some other family is because her aunt's like, you gotta go find my treasure. And then it gets really freaky. She's basically in a wedding dress, and they bring out this gigantic brown shriveled pearl for her to put on that's the treasure, and then it just ends. And so I'm like, okay, well, are they immortal vampires or some other kind of immortal beings? Or, did she marry her whatever cousin? It just ended and left me with way too much to speculate. Maybe she finished that book in something else. Maybe there was a continuation that I don't yet know about, because this is the first book that I've read of hers. Did you just hear that? That was Ozzy. Hello? Hello? Oh, look at my cootie kitty. Hey. Isn't he precious? Isn't he just so handsome? So I liked the setup of that story and everything, and all the places they took you and all of that. It just ended. I wasn't happy about that. Anywho, the last one, Captain Hendrik's story. Oh my god. Aristocratic dude, he wants to live up to his family name. So he decides to do an expedition to South America. It goes bad, and then all of a sudden 10 years later, he finally shows back up and tells you what happened, and it sounds so awful horrible. And then all of a sudden he's got his life, and he's enjoying it, and he's reading, and he looks out the window, and there's some grody, decrepit thing walking up, and then all of a sudden he remembers, oh, it was the dude that instead of him having a hard time in South America and their expedition being so bad, that was a very short period of time, and then long period of time he's with Sten in Vienna, you know, they're together, then they run brothels together, and then they steal together, and they murder people together. Get super old STD together, and Stins, I'm gonna blackmail you, you know. But it was really good. I just wish that that third story had a more complete ending. But it was really good. The part with him and Sten, it was like a parasitic kind of relationship, because it wasn't like, I mean, Sten was in love with him, but you get the idea that he's psychotic, you know, because he just kills people and stuff. And Hendrik was, you know, he didn't love him, and he had his wife and kids waiting, you know, and they think he's dead. You know, and he's like living in squalor, and, you know, they're having to constantly get doctors and save each other because they're just, you know, catching fevers, and they have like gonorrhea and all this stuff. But I did enjoy it. If you've read the 4 novellas, The Pearl Killers by Rachel Ingalls, leave some comments below. Let me know what you thought about it. If you've read anything else by Rachel Ingalls, let me know below so I can buy more books.